Hello, Carolyn Choate here. I am a sales and marketing funnel builder, and I do Kartra tutorials here on YouTube because Kartra is my favorite funnel building platform. So today I wanted to show you a little bit about the page builder, and I was just clicking on new page, but let me cancel that and go back because I realized I wanted to record it. So under my pages in Kartra, you have this big green plus button, and it gives you lots of different potential templates that you could use, and you can preview them and see what will get populated that you can update. You can save favorites from yourself or I think from here, but these are ones that I made. So I actually pretty much always start with a blank canvas because I don't like to feel constrained. So I'm going to launch the builder. I'm going to name my page. Today I want to create my page that has my hourly rate on it to offer people to purchase. And I don't have a category or a site set up for it. So I'm just going to say none in particular, and I'll set that up later. Okay, so this is a drag and drop page builder. And there are a number of systems like this, Funnel Gorgeous, on WordPress, Elementor, and I think Divi does stuff like this as well. ClickFunnels, of course. So what you need to know for this one is that it always starts with a section and then moves into components. Section, components. There's a few other little things here that you can do. You can put in your own custom code. Sometimes I've used the alert bar. That's something that moves down the page as you go. But for the most part, you're going to be in these two sections. But we're going to start with, again, you got lots of templates. So you can pull these out and see what they'll look like. You can drag this whole thing over, and then all these individual components will already be on there. Hero sections. This is one I saved because I created this, and then I saved it to be able to pull into other pages. You can see all the ones that I've saved will be under my favorites so that I can reuse them on different pages. Or, once again, we can start with just blank. So, I'm going to drag that over, drop it there. Next thing it's going to need is a column. And it tells you that, but I'm always forgetting this and trying to drag components directly in there. And it's like, no, wait, you don't have a column. Column is under the top of components. So this tells it whether it's going to take up the full width of the page, or if you want to have an image on one side and text on the other, or if you want the image in the center with blank on the sides, then this 50% full width column is good. You can split it into thirds, into 50%, 25-25, all kinds of different things. So let's start with that. So you have to hover it till it gets green on that little bar, which is sometimes a little tricky. You can move this up here to see columns and components, but I usually leave it on components with show columns toggled. This is also where you can see where it will look, what it will look like on tablet and mobile. So of course it's always good to check for the mobile responsiveness. So now that I have a column in place, I can drag another component. So the components are all kinds of stuff like this. Put a Google map of your physical store location, images, accordions. You don't have to use like fancy headlines. You can just use text and then format it however you want to. So this is, but you know, this is already kind of set up to look visually appealing. So I probably should have written some more copy for this page first because I don't have that well planned out. But let's see, I'm going to do another section. It doesn't have to be a separate section to do another. Come on. Underneath, there you go. To do another set of columns, but I'm going to do it because I want to change the background. So I'm going back to columns, and I'm going to do a 50-50 this time. So I could add it to that first section above or below, but I want to add it to this new section. And then I'm going to come over here. Each one of the sections has one of these. And I'm going to edit the background. You can create an image. You can have it kind of scroll as you go. It can be a video background, so these can look really nice on big hero header sections. It can be an image, or over here it can be a color, and you can set your colors for your branding here as well. So let's just make that a different color. You can add boxes. I like to do a lot, and sometimes I even use boxes that are completely see-through just to like shift around where things are. And then I might add some text to that. And then, so this is for the full box. I can edit the style, I can change the transparency, I can change the color, I can change the edges. This is for the text, and you'll see the T here. You need to click that before you're able to do the writing in here. And of course, then you can do all this formatting and change the font and do a shadow and make it huge, make it small, make it different colors, highlight, whatever. Add a link. So you need to click into that format thing before you can access changing the text here. And you can add buttons, a bunch of different styles of buttons. Click that little edit button or the X if you change your mind, you want to get rid of it. You can also X the section. And here I can center it to that part of the column. I can change the background color. I can add a shadow, squared or rounded, hollow, size, padding. Then here's the text that goes on the button. You can add an icon to it. It doesn't have one now. The link, it can link to lots of different things. So it could link to a calendar booking page. It could link to a survey, registration form, membership login, affiliate sign up. What this one is going to link to is a product. So it's going to link to a product checkout, but I have to go configure the product first before that will work. Because right now I don't have the product that I want set up. So this can take me directly to setting up the product. But I'm going to do that after I get off with you. And then effects, if you want the button to do things like fade in or zoom in, then you can set that here. Make sure to hit apply at the bottom. And then you can come up to this top right, and you can always be saving your progress. You can preview to see how it's going to look. The preview will open a new page. And then you can publish it live. And sometimes people get worried about publishing live because they think, oh my gosh, as soon as I hit publish, everyone on the internet is going to see it. But this can be helpful to do because as you're building a funnel, sometimes you need those pages to be live in order to work with other things. So like when I set up my product, it's going to ask me, what is the landing page for your product? So I'm going to need to have this page available. And when it's in draft mode, it's not available. But you see, it automatically creates the link as the Kartra URL and then like this weird stuff. So it's not like anybody's going to accidentally stumble upon it when it's not finished. Now, when it is finished, I can edit this because I've set up my domain. So I can change it to a domain. I can change it to whatever I want it to be on the back end. But for now, I'll leave it the way it is because I'm not ready for anyone to see it yet. But once you have, you don't have to do that. You can just hit save progress. But again, it's needs to be live before you'll be able to add it into other components like your forms, your products. So now that I've done that, I can exit to the dashboard and go back to my pages and go set up my product. So I think I gave you a good overview there of how to use the page builder in Kartra. And a lot of times you do need to create your assets before you can put them into your page. So forms, surveys, products, you have to make those first, and then it's going to ask you in the process of making that, what are the pages, and the pages won't be ready. So that's one of the things about funnel building, is it's always asking for something that you don't have yet, because you have to create this before you can create that. So you are going to run into a little bit of that, but it's not a big deal. You know, set some very basic pages, and then go and make the forms and products to fill them in, and then go back and fix everything up. So I'm going to go back to work on this, and hopefully you found that helpful. There is a link in my description for a 14-day free trial of Kartra, and my YouTube page has lots of Kartra tutorials.